No matter where Jason looks, he sees rock stars. They appear on television, at concert, on the front pages of magazines and on social media sites. Their songs are unavoidable, on his playlist, in the mall, at the gym. The rock stars are everywhere, and there are lots of them. And they are all enjoying great success. Impelled by the stories of countless guitar heroes, Jason starts a band. Will he make it big? The probability lies a fraction above zero. He will most likely end up in the graveyard of failed musicians, like so many others. This burial ground houses 10,000 times more musicians than the stage does, but no journalist is interested in failures, with the exception for fallen superstars. The lack of coverage makes the cemetery invisible to outsiders. In daily life, because triumph attracts more attention than failure, you systematically overestimate your chances of succeeding. As an outsider, you, like Jason, are victim of an illusion, and you mistake how minuscule the probability of success really is. Jason, like so many others, is a victim of survivorship bias. Behind every successful author you can find 100 other writers whose books will never sell. Behind them are another 100 who will never get their work published. Behind them are yet another 100 whose unfinished half-written manuscripts gathering dust in drawers. And behind each one of these are 100 people who have a dream that one day they will be writing a book. You, however, hear of only the prosperous authors and fail to recognize how unlikely literary success is. The same goes for athletes, architects, photographers, entrepreneurs, beauty queens, artists, Nobel Prize winners, television presenters and influencers. The media is not interested in digging around in the graveyards of the unsuccessful. Nor is this their job. To escape the survivorship bias, you must do the digging yourself. Survivorship bias also occurs when dealing with money and risk. Imagine that a friend founds a startup. You belong to the inner circle of potential investors, and you sense a real opportunity. This could be the next big thing, the next Google. Maybe you'll be lucky. But what is the reality? The most likely outcome is that the company will not even make it off the starting line. The second most likely scenario is that it will go bankrupt within the first 3 years. Of the companies that survive these 3 years, most never grow to more than 10 employees. So, should you never put your hard-earned money at risk? Not necessarily. But you should recognize that the survivorship bias is at work, confuses the prospect of success like cut glass. Take the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. It exclusively consists of survivors. Failed and small businesses do not enter the stock market, and yet these represent the vast majority of business ventures. A stock index is not indicative of a country's economy. Similarly, the press does not report proportionately on all musicians and rock stars. The vast number of books and coaches dealing with success should also make you skeptical. The unsuccessful rarely write books or give lectures on their failures. Survivorship bias can become especially pernicious when you yourself become a member of the winning team. Even if your success stems from pure coincidence, you'll discover similarities with other winners and be tempted to mark these as success factors. However, if you ever visit the graveyard of failed individuals and companies, you will discover that even the unsuccessful often made use of the same traits that characterize your success. If enough scientists examine a particular phenomenon, a few of these studies will deliver statistically significant results based on pure coincidence, for example the relationship between red wine consumption and high life expectancy. Such false studies immediately achieve a high degree of popularity and attention. As a result, you will not read about the studies with the boring, but correct results. Survivorship bias. People systematically overestimate their chances of success. Guard against it by frequently visiting the graves of once promising careers, investments, and projects. It is a sad walk, but one that should clear your mind and open your eyes.